So you're thinking about starting a business in Nevada? It's tempting, right? But what's it actually like to get licensed there? Today, we're going to unbox the entire process, from the steps on the box to the real-world frustrations. Let's see if it's really as good as it sounds.
Nevada sells itself as a business paradise, and that whole no-state income tax thing is a huge draw. But when you get down to the actual paperwork of getting a license, is it a dream come true or a bureaucratic nightmare? That's the question we're putting to the test. This video contains affiliate links. I have a relationship with the brands in this video and earn a referral fee when you shop through the links in the description below. Before we dive into securing your Nevada state business license, let's talk about the foundation. You absolutely cannot operate legally in the Silver State without a properly structured business entity. Most people try to launch as a sole proprietor or cut corners on their state filings, and that's why they get hit with massive fines and leave their personal assets exposed. Your business needs to be a legitimate, separate legal entity first. That's where Bizzy comes in. Bizzy is the absolute best service out there, handling your entire Nevada LLC formation for $0 plus state fees. They take care of the heavy lifting, your articles of organization, your legally required Nevada registered agent, your EIN, and your compliance alerts. This is non-negotiable if you want to stay compliant and protect your wealth. Use my link in the description below to get your Nevada LLC set up right through Bizzy today and unlock exclusive discounts and perks. Get that handled first, and then let's get into the licensing.
Okay, first things first, let's pop the lid on this product. Before we get into how you do it, we need to understand what you're even applying for. So what exactly is a Nevada state business license, and why is it such a big deal? The key word here is mandatory. I mean it. Unlike some other states where it's a bit of a gray area, in Nevada, pretty much everyone needs one. Exemptions are super rare, so you should just assume you need it. And it's not a one-time thing. Think of it as an annual subscription you have to keep paying to stay in business. So this is the main interface you'll be using. The state put everything into one online system called the Silver Flume Business Portal. In theory, this is supposed to make everything easier, like a single front door for all your business filings. All right, let's get into the official specs. What are the steps the state tells you to follow, and maybe more importantly, what's this whole thing going to cost you? Okay, the official roadmap has 5 steps, and it's got layers. First, you form your business, your LLC, corporation, whatever. Then you use that Silver Flume site to get your state license. But you're not done, not even close. Step 3 is a big one. You have to get local licenses from your city or county, and those can be totally different depending on where you are. After that, you've got tax registrations, and finally, you need to hunt down any special permits your industry requires. So, what's the sticker price? For most small businesses, like sole proprietors and LLCs, you're looking at a flat fee of $200 a year for that state license. But if you're set up as a corporation, that price more than doubles. It jumps to $500 every single year. That's a pretty big difference to keep in mind when you're structuring your business.
And I'm gonna repeat this because it trips up a lot of people. This is not a one-and-done payment. It's an annual fee. Missing that deadline can hit you with serious penalties and mess with your business's good standing.
So that's what it says on the box. We have the official specs, we've got the price tag, but now it's time for the most important part of any review. How does this thing actually perform out in the wild?
We've got the on-paper process, the fees, the online portal. But what really happens when an entrepreneur tries to go through this system? Does it actually work the way it's supposed to? This quote from a business owner pretty much says it all. A process that should take a few weeks drags on for 6 months, with the goalposts constantly moving. This is the kind of user experience we really need to dig into. Let's just break this down. The state says processing should take about 2 to 4 weeks. Pretty reasonable, but what people are actually reporting is more like 6 months, or even longer. And while that online portal is meant to be a helpful guide, a lot of users are just left totally confused, saying things like, "I just don't get it." So what's causing all these delays? A few things keep popping up. First, get this. A massive 60% of all delays are because of simple, incomplete applications. On top of that, people find the Silver Flume portal confusing to navigate, and they get tripped up by weird requests for things like notarized documents. And if you get stuck, good luck trying to find a real person on the phone to help you out. Okay, now that we've run it through a real-world performance test, let's step back and look at the whole picture. What are the actual pros and cons you're going to face here? On the pro side, the main event is obviously the tax situation. No state, corporate, or personal income tax is a massive, massive plus. And the idea of having one central portal is, in theory, a good thing. But the cons are pretty serious. The whole process is really complex. You're dealing with the state, the county, and the city. The online system itself can be a total maze if you're a first-timer, and as we've seen, those big delays are a very real possibility.
So, after looking at how it's supposed to work versus how it actually works, what's our final verdict on getting a business license in Nevada?
Honestly, this whole process is a tale of two Nevadas. On the one hand, you've got the promise of this amazing pro-business tax haven. On the other hand, you've got the reality of an administrative process that can be slow, confusing, and just plain frustrating. The state's financial perks come with a big side of bureaucratic headache.
So what are the big takeaways here? 1. Just assume you need that state license. Seriously, don't waste time looking for a loophole. 2. The state fee is just a beginning. Make sure you budget for local fees too. 3. To avoid being in that 60% group with delays, use the checklist on the Silverflume site like it's your Bible. And 4. Just be prepared for this to take a while. Go in expecting a marathon, not a sprint.
Based on all this, we're giving the Nevada Business License user experience a 6 out of 10. The tax benefits are fantastic, but the system for actually getting started just doesn't live up to that promise. The very real potential for long delays and user confusion really drags that score down.
And that leads us to the final question, and this one is for you. Is that awesome tax environment worth all the potential administrative headaches? The answer really depends on what you value more. Are you a bootstrapper with more time than money? Or are you a startup where speed is everything? That's the trade-off every entrepreneur has to figure out for themselves.